What major shifts are underway in global finance? How will the recent BRICS Summit 2024 reshape international relations? The BRICS Summit 2024, held in Kazan, Russia, from October 22 to 24, marked a pivotal moment for global cooperation. How will these developments impact the future of international relations? Let's start examining global finance shifts. Chapter 1. A turning point in global relations. BRICS now represents nearly half of the world's population and over a quarter of the global gross domestic product. This expansion amplifies the group's economic and demographic strength. It positions BRICS as a formidable counterweight to Western-dominated institutions like the G7 and the International Monetary Fund. During this summit, leaders emphasized strengthening cooperation across various domains. These include trade, technology, and finance. The discussions focused heavily on creating alternatives to existing global systems. The goal is to reduce dependence on the United States dollar and Western financial institutions. This collective ambition aims to foster a more multipolar world order. This was evident in joint declarations and policy initiatives aimed at enhancing economic collaboration among member nations. Moreover, the summit highlighted a growing recognition among BRICS nations. Their collective power can be harnessed to address shared challenges such as climate change, food security, and economic inequality. Chapter 2. New Faces, New Power. Now let's talk about the expansion of BRICS. This new membership signifies a strategic shift towards broader global representation and influence. Each new member brings unique strengths that enhance the alliance's CEO-elective power. For example, Egypt and Ethiopia bolster African representation and offer strategic locations for trade and infrastructure projects. Their inclusion reflects an acknowledgement of Africa's growing importance in global affairs. Iran's addition is particularly noteworthy. It demonstrates the BRICS' willingness to challenge Western norms even with international sanctions. Iran's vast energy resources provide significant leverage within the group, while its geopolitical positioning can facilitate trade routes across Eurasia. The United Arab Emirates contributes substantial financial resources and expertise in renewable energy, further diversifying the coalition's capabilities. Chapter 3. Dollar at Risk. One of the most significant topics discussed at the summit was the potential challenge to the petrodollar system. Historically, oil has been traded predominantly in United States dollars. This practice has granted the United States significant economic leverage over other nations. However, with major oil producers like Iran and the United Arab Emirates now part of BRICS, there is an increasing exploration of conducting energy trades in currencies other than the United States dollar. This shift could have profound implications for global finance and signal a decline in the United States' economic dominance. By reducing reliance on the dollar for oil transactions, BRICS aims to diminish the United States' ability to leverage its currency for geopolitical purposes. This transition could lead to a reconfiguration of how energy markets operate globally. The discussions surrounding this topic also included proposals for establishing bilateral trade agreements that bypass dollar transactions altogether. Chapter 4. A game changer for international transactions. At the 2024 BRICS Summit, leaders unveiled plans for BRICs Pay. This is an innovative cross-border payment system designed to facilitate trade and financial transactions among member countries. Importantly, it operates without reliance on SWIFT or the United States dollar. This initiative represents a concrete step towards de-dollarization. It aims to create a parallel financial infrastructure that operates independently of Western-controlled systems. BRICS Pay could significantly reduce the transaction costs for member countries. It also provides a buffer against potential Western sanctions. By establishing this alternative payment mechanism, BRICS nations are taking proactive measures to enhance their financial sovereignty. They aim to protect their economies from external pressures. The implementation of BRICS Pay is expected to encourage greater trade among member countries. It will simplify payment processes and enhance transparency in transactions. Chapter 5. Bretton Woods III. Discussions at the summit also revolved around Bretton Woods III, envisioning a new global financial system. This system aims to move away from fiat currencies. Logically, particularly the United States dollar, The idea promotes a multipolar currency system that could potentially be backed by commodities or a basket of currencies, rather than relying solely on any single currency. While still in its conceptual stages, this proposal reflects BRICS' ambition to fundamentally restructure global financial architecture. The notion suggests that member countries are seeking greater stability by diversifying their monetary systems away from dollar dependence. If realized, this shift could lead to a more balanced international monetary framework. The implications of this transformation would be far-reaching. It could alter how countries manage their foreign reserves and conduct international trade. Additionally, it may prompt other nations outside BRICS to reconsider their monetary policies considering these developments. Chapter 6. Gold's Resurgence. The summit highlighted an increasing interest in gold as a safe haven asset amid ongoing global financial shifts. Countries like Russia and China have been actively increasing their gold reserves. This strategy is part of their efforts to hedge against currency volatility and reduce exposure to dollar-denominated assets. As geopolitical tensions rise and economic uncertainties loom, gold is increasingly viewed as a reliable store of value that can provide stability during turbulent times. For investors within BRICS nations and beyond, this underscores the importance of considering precious metals as part of diversified portfolios. Gold's historical role as a hedge against inflation and currency devaluation makes it an attractive option during periods of economic instability. Chapter 7. Creating Alternatives to the International Monetary Fund. The summit focused on developing alternatives to Western-dominated financial institutions such as the International Monetary Fund. The BRICS New Development Bank was highlighted as an example of this effort. Discussions centered around expanding the New Development Bank's role in providing development finance and emergency lending to member countries and other developing nations. By enhancing the New Development Bank's capacity through increased funding mechanisms or additional partnerships with other emerging economies, BRICS aims to reduce dependence on traditional institutions, and they are often perceived as serving Western interests. The NDB's success thus far demonstrates the demand for alternative financing options tailored specifically to emerging markets' needs. These needs range from infrastructure development projects to social programs aimed at poverty alleviation. As these alternatives gain traction within international finance circles, they may reshape how development assistance is structured globally. Chapter 8. Protecting your wealth as de-dollarization ramps up. As de-dollarization trends accelerate following developments from this summit, individuals and investors must consider strategies for protecting their wealth amidst changing global dynamics characterized by uncertainty regarding traditional fiat currencies' stability. Firstly, individuals should consider diversifying their currency holdings beyond just United States dollars. Exploring currencies from BRICS nations may provide opportunities for growth as these economies expand their influence on global markets. Secondly, investing in gold and other precious metals can serve as an effective hedge against potential currency fluctuations. This is especially important considering geopolitical tensions or market volatility. Staying informed about alternative payment systems like BRICS Pay will also be vital for individuals engaged in international transactions. Understanding how these systems function will allow them greater flexibility when conducting cross-border business dealings. The key highlights from the BRICS Summit 2024 show how this coalition is poised to reshape global relations significantly. If you find this video insightful, don't forget to like it and subscribe for more content on global affairs. Thanks for watching.